Hey everyone, it's Kenny here. So when I first started with my whole process, I was kind of like, what do I do? There's products, there's fruit. Like, what do? You're just kind of thrown into this whole business, and you don't really know what to research. What's the important stuff to actually watch out for? And that's what this video is about today. First thing I want to say is if you're in pain, whether it's from an abscess, just a bad tooth, you broke a tooth, but you actually have to go get some attention to it. If any of that's going on, go get your dental attention, your little medical work done. Go home and research dentists. Go home and research dentures. Don't just go to the dentist's office like, oh, I'm in pain, I want dentures, and have them say, well, sit down and sign this application. And you're in so much pain, like I was, that you're just like, no, I didn't really get accepted, so I had to get somebody else to sign for me. But I was ready that day to sign for. I didn't care if they were going to give me plastic teeth, like just you know what I mean, just terrible teeth. Like I was ready for them that day. I did all right. I'm not complaining, but I definitely see now how that could get somebody in some serious trouble if you just rush into it and you go home and you find out, 97 out of 100 reviews are, 2 stars. That's not real. It's not going in the situation with a positive attitude. So just go home, do your research, get your attention. You're get taken care of. Go home, do your research, and start from there. As far as that goes, when you go home and research dentures, there's a few things that I think you should look for. Is what is the gum material made of? First price. Look in your price range. See what you can do as far as that goes. It's going to be more than whatever it says on that website anyway. So just kind of get an idea of what range you might be in and go from there. From there, you can start to look at the actual teeth. What's the actual product you're getting? Is there any accent material in the gums? Is it just pink material? There's a few different ones, and if you really look at the close-ups, you'll really get an idea of what's going on. I have a video close-up of my comfy lights that I got through Aspen Dental on a previous video. If you want to subscribe or just click through my videos, you can find that. I hear it's pretty informative, so it's kind of what spawned this video. Next thing to look for is, are you getting a full set of teeth? Because apparently that's not always the case. You might not always get from front to back, especially if you're only getting, if you're only getting permanents later on, and you're going to be without anything in this period of time. That's something you really need to look into. Are you going to get immediates? Are those immediates going to have a full set? What's the quality of the immediates? Are they the same? These are all questions that I didn't know really existed. I didn't know I'd be getting 2 sets until I was sitting right there. So it's like, oh, so that's where some of that extra money's coming from. You get a whole second set 6 months later, which to me was huge. I needed that. That's great. Plus you get the backup pair. If anything were to happen to that in 6 months, you always have that second backup pair until you get the others fixed. And one thing you really got to look out for when you're clicking through these is warranty. Look at the warranty. Mine came with a 7-year warranty. I can't lie, I don't know the specifics. I've seen the big 7, got excited. But I don't really see too many that are much higher than that. So look at the warranty, pay attention to that. And, look at how many color choices they had. The ones I have came with 27 choices, which means they care about selection. They put the time and effort to come up with at least 27 different shades. They're not like, well, we have these 4, take them or leave them. This is stuff to watch out for. Like I said, Aspen Dental, so far I've had great luck with them, but I also sat down and was ready to sign, and that could be dangerous. So, alright, you picked out your dentures, you know where you're going, you have great reviews, they're local, so you can drive back there if you got to make any adjustments to get your relines and all that, because you got to watch out for them. You're going to have to go back probably a couple days later, and then 2 weeks, and blah blah blah. So make sure they're kind of close. But now that you know what's going on, you know your eday, you know how many extractions. If you're getting a partial, like I have a partial on bottom and a full on top, now it's time to start thinking about, okay, well, what am I going to eat? It's going to be, figure up. Some people are eating a few days later. Some people are eating 2 weeks. Some people are eating 2 months later. So I would figure a good starting point is figure 2 weeks worth of food, or plan towards 2 weeks worth of food of stuff you can pretty much drink or not really have to chew on, and a couple things in there to like test yourself, you know what I mean? But plan ahead. You don't want to like I did 2 days before, making a post on Facebook saying, what should I eat? I don't know what to eat. And then you have a million people. It's great having a million people send you options, but it's just, I was kind of caught my pants down going shopping to get the food that I can eat, and I haven't really thought about it. What am I going to be able to? What I ate was Campbell's makes these short soup to goes. They're kind of small, but they're nice. You pop them in the microwave for a little over a minute. They have a bunch of different flavors, half a dozen. They're all pretty good. No complaints there. Those were great for lunches on the way to work, whatever the case was. And little Jello snacks, those were always good. Condensed soup, I drank a lot of condensed soup. It seems like every one of them is just completely drinkable. You just down the hash, and mix it up, good to go. Stouffer's mac and cheese, or any pre-made mac and cheeses really are pretty creamy, and those went down quite nicely. There's all different flavors now. You can get like smoked cheddar and bacon, and I'm not really on the bacon train, but it's out there and I try it. It worked when you're starving. So some people are doing crazy stuff with food processors. I never got that hungry, but I definitely see how if they were like, yeah, condensed soup, I don't want that. I don't want Jello. I definitely see how I would have went out and bought a food processor. So give it a whirl. If you're dying for some pork chop or something, just throw it in a food processor. Good luck with that. There's also protein shakes and smoothies that I drank a lot of because they kind of hold you over. Even though they're not much of a snack, after like 2 days of telling yourself, hey, this protein drink is a snack, and down the hash, you just have a snack. So those are pretty good. They're kind of expensive, but you don't care. You'll pretty much eat anything. Next thing to really talk about and let you know about is products. There's a lot of products. When I was on my way home from getting these done, I dropped off my prescription, went home, went back to pick up my prescription, and looked at the aisle and was like, there's so much stuff. Everything from, you got adhesives, you got your tablets for washing them overnight, mouthwashers. There's so much stuff, and it goes on from there. Them are the main ones I want to talk about. With your adhesives, you basically have three kinds. You have glue, powder, and these wafers. The wafers are made by C-Bond. I don't know if anybody else makes them. They didn't work so well for me. I only tried them a couple times. It seemed like they slid around in there, but I haven't given up. There's 30 of them in there. I got 28 left, so I'll probably try a couple more and let you know how those work out. The powder, I haven't tried the powder yet. That's going to be the next thing I buy. I've been using Fix-It-Dent, which is a glue, and you just put a few little stripes on it and press it in there and just kind of hold it with your teeth for a few minutes, and it holds. Right now it's been holding for me for the past 12 hours. I ate lunch at work. It's still holding, so far that's working for me. I'm going to try some of that powder stuff next and see where that goes. And the overnight tablets, there's a million of those too. One thing you do have to watch out is the parcels. If they have metal on them, you really have to watch and read the products that you're buying, because I bought this stuff that everybody was hyping up called Stain Away, and I'm sure it's great. I do use it, but you can only leave it in for 20 minutes with the metal on it. So it's no overnight for people with partials. I don't know why, but if there's a reason for it, there must be a reason for it. Or if it's written there, you know what I mean? So pay attention to that. You don't want to screw up your big investment, ruin your smile, have them rust up or anything like that, or have something go wrong. So just make sure you read whatever products you're buying, especially if you're overnighting anything. I actually do the overnight or the 20-minute tablet of Stain Away on both of them. Take them out, rinse them up, and then I put them in overnight on a PowerDent overnight whitening tablet. So it's been working fine. And mouthwashes, all different kinds of mouthwash, from alcohol-free to blue, green, whatever color you want, different flavors. Then you got medicated ones. I went with the Colgate Gum Care, I believe it's called. There's peroxide in it, and it's just for your gums, basically, to help keep them clean. There is an Orajel one that numbs. I haven't used it, so I can't really touch on much, but I have heard other people read it or use it, and they're liking it. And there's also a one you can get through a prescription through your dentist, but you'd have to talk to them. I don't know what it's called, but if you tell your dentist that you've heard about it, they'll know what it's called, because it's what they do. So that is pretty much it. If there's anything else you guys have, I'm not far into the process, but I've been through the beginning of it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll answer what I can, or point you to somebody that can answer it. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to hear more. I'm doing the whole process, everything right up through probably at least till my 6th month. Let you guys know what's going on as I get relines, any advice I can give out. I'd love to hear from you guys. Until then, bye.